Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be doing this makeup look right here, and believe it or not, it's all drugstore affordable products. So sit tight, stay tuned if you're curious how I got this look and what products I use. I will show you in a bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First, let me show you my makeup bag that I created, my makeup drugstore bag. So here it is, and of course I placed it in a nice clear bag. I do really like bags that are clear just because I can see what's inside and I'm not having to scrummage through what product I'm looking for. But this is what I chose, and yeah, so here's my little makeup drugstore bag. Alright, so first I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So right here in my little drugstore makeup bag, I have this brow pencil, and this is the e.l.f. brow pencil. You guys, if you've been watching my video time and time again, you know I love and adore the e.l.f. brow pencil. It's just, number one, affordable. You can get it at the drugstore, and it's a really nice brow pencil. Honestly, it's just really nice. Number one, it has a spoolie, and of course everything I talk about is based upon my own experience, and I have in my opinion a pretty long brow hair. Not a brow hair, but I have pretty long brow hairs. All right, so when I do my brows, I like to first brush them out, and having a spoolie definitely helps with that. Now I'm going to take the product and just quickly fill in the sparse spaces of my brows. Nothing too complicated, just really, I guess, coloring in your brows, but using a very light, gentle hand. Alright, so now that my brows are done, I'm going to jump right into my foundation, and in my little makeup bag, I have the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. You guys, of course, since my skin is dry, dehydrated, and it just needs to look more dewy, of course I picked up the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation, and we're going to place that on our skin. I know some people complain about how it has like a weird smell to it, but for me, I don't think it smells that bad. Or maybe my sense of smell is just not working, but honestly I think it smells fine if there is a scent. Place that all over our face like that. And you kind of want to watch out for the brows just because you've already completed them. If you kind of get on it, if you get a little bit on your brows, it's not the end of the world. And then taking my brush, I'm just gonna blend all that in. Now, I will say in this video, it's only the makeup that I'm talking about that are drugstore. The brushes may or may not be drugstore products. If you want me to do drugstore product or drugstore, related, affordable as drugstore type brushes, talk about them or review them or whatever, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, it's only the makeup that is drugstore. The brushes, they're not. Okay, so the skin is looking nice, it's looking good. Now next I have my e.l.f. concealer. This is what everyone claims to be like a dupe, a very affordable dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. It is very similar, I will say that. Not 100% a dupe, but super, super similar. If you are a fan of the Tarte Shape Tape, I do recommend this. I will say, in my opinion, the shade, at least for me, it kind of threw me off. For example, this one says it's called Medium Peach. And I don't know, in my head, when I think of Medium Peach, I feel like the shade should be slightly darker than what it is. But, I do make it work, so. And then just using a brush. This time I'm using a flat brush like this one. And just blend out all of that concealer. So now that that's done, we're gonna have to put a little bit of color back into our face. I mean, I like it when my face is showing some color, is more glowy and sun-kissed. So the perfect bronzer, sun-kissed type drugstore product I have is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzed. You guys, got this recently and I am obsessed. Obsessed. Literally obsessed because it has tiny little shimmers in it. And if you're not a big fan of shimmers, you might want to skip out on this. They do have other drugstore products without shimmers, but I mean, even if you're not a big fan of shimmers, they're so like dainty and so tiny and microscopic. It honestly is not too much. It's just the perfect amount and the perfect size of shimmer bronzer across your face. I will say all the brushes I've used so far, they are, I guess, what I would consider drugstore makeup brushes, just because I feel like they are relatively affordable compared to like those really high-end super expensive brushes. They're not like, okay, well, they're not really drugstore. They're Morphe brushes, and to me, I think they're more on the in between super expensive and affordable. So kind of like in the middle. Definitely not a super super expensive high end brush, but I mean, you can find makeup brushes like at, I don't know, Shop Miss A for $1. So it really depends on what your budget is and what you really consider to be drugstore prices. All right, so that is the bronzer, and I know a lot of the times you really can't tell through the camera how well and what the product performance is, but trust me when I tell you the bronzer looks really pretty, especially if you love shimmer, and I actually really like it. So, all right, so the next product I have is this right here, and this is the e.l.f. Cream Blush. It is, of course, affordable, drugstore. I'm going to take a brush. This time the brush I'm using is by NYX. I guess so far it is really all drugstore brushes. I felt like I might dive into brushes that are not drugstore, but we'll see. The video hasn't ended yet, so, we'll see. Dive into a little bit of that right into my brush or on my brush, and I'm going to place that on my cheeks like so. Definitely on top of my nose. And just for me personally, I like to bring my blush and bring it up back into my hairline. I think for my face shape, it looks really nice. Of course, you can do it with any face shape. You do what you want with your face. Alright, so this is what I'm doing. And I'm so glad the 2020 trend, at least what I've been reading and watching, one of the big makeup 2020 trends is blushes. I feel like blushes has been on the back burner and not really on the forefront. And I love blushes. It makes everything look so bright and happy and just, welcoming. I mean, who doesn't love blush? All right, so that is looking cute and adorable. You guys, this is one of my favorite parts to my makeup. It is the highlighter. So in my drugstore makeup bag, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Loose Powder Highlighter. First of all, you guys, I did a top 5 current favorite highlighter video. So if you're interested, I will put a link in the iCards or just check it out in my channel. But this is one of them. And I'm about to show you the performance and why I really like it. I mean, it is beautiful. First, look at how pretty that looks. Look. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I will first say the loose highlighter powder, this powder is so pigmented. Is pigmented the right word for highlighters? It's so, it packs a punch. So when you use it, for me at least, all I need is whatever's left on the lid. Literally, this is plenty right here. Plenty for your face. Watch. Now, again, the camera might not be showing it justice, but hopefully you can see what this can do. You ready? Do you guys see that? Oh, do you see that? That is, I love that. So pretty. Look at that. That's so pretty. Ooh. That is looking nice. I remember a time, I feel like not too long ago, but back then where people were talking about how the highlighter craze is gonna die out, no one's gonna buy any highlighters, nobody's gonna like highlighters anymore. That will, in my makeup world, in my makeup book, never die out. This is, look how, I mean, you wanna let this highlighter trend makeup die out? Really? I mean, look how beautiful that looks. No, never, no. So I feel like we're pretty much good on the face, and now I'm going to jump into the eyes. The perfect and one of my favorite drugstore eyeshadow palette is by Milani. And first of all, the performance on this particular eyeshadow, I'm about to show you the eyeshadow palette. It is stunning and superb. Let me show you real quick what the shades are. So that is what it looks like. Of course, if you know me, I am more of a natural neutral girl, and even though I have probably a plethora of natural neutral palettes, when they come out with more, I keep gravitating towards it. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, you buy stuff that works for you, right? So if you are a colorful makeup girl and that works for you, go for it and buy it. But for me, I love the natural makeup, and I mean, it has shimmers in it, so obviously shimmer on your eyelid is not natural, but still a very, like, in my opinion, a very safe palette, and you can play it up, play it down. But yeah, so here is the eyeshadow palette I'll be using. Alright, so now it's time for the bad news. The eyeshadow brushes I'm gonna use, they're not drugstore, but they're not, like, again, they're not really super expensive. I'll be using mostly the Dominique Cosmetics brushes. I really love their brushes. They work well for me, so I keep using them. Alright, so there's that. The first shade I'm going to dive into is that shade right there. And they do have names on it, so let me tell you what they're called. Alright, so that shade is called Truth or Bear. I'm going to just place that all over my lid. Just like that. Oh, and the brush I'm using today, this is the Dominique Cosmetics DS03 Blend and Shade Brush. So now, using that same brush, I'm going to pick up the shade called Sunset by the Beach, which sounds perfect right now, but we are all home, staying home, quarantine, so there's no beach happening. But one can imagine and dream. So take that, I'm placing it on the outer half of my eyelid and just blending it back and forth. And what I'm doing is just really focusing it on just the outer half. I might bring it up to my, eye socket, but really most of it is just right on the outer half. Do you guys notice how pigmented and really just nice looking this eyeshadow is? That looks really nice. I am amazed. I mean, I'm not amazed. I already know the performance of it, but you should be amazed. So now, taking a different brush, also from the Dominique Cosmetics line. This is the Crease Blur brush. This is the Crease Blur brush. Say that 3 times fast. Alright, so yeah, it's the DS04, the Crease Blur brush. And I'm picking up this shade right here. That is called Heat is On. And what I'm going to do is just place that on the outer corner. Just dab that in. And this time, only staying in the outer corner. And I'm just like kind of dabbing that in like that. Just like that. So now for the inner corner, I am going to take this brush, another Dominique Cosmetics line, and this is called the pigment brush. And I am taking this shade right there. It's called Lust and Luminous. And I'm just gonna place that right on the inner corners, like so. Alright, so the eyeshadow is looking good. Look how nice and beautiful that looks. I am pretty proud of myself. Now, for the eyeliner, you guys, eyeliner, my current favorite drugstore eyeliner. Of course, I had to throw it in my drugstore makeup bag because, I mean, it's just that good and you need it, alright? And I talk about it over and over and over again in my makeup videos just because, I mean, that's just a testament showing you guys that I really do like these products when I talk about it like consistently. So this is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner. It's such a long name, but it is cheap in my opinion. They're drugstore products, so they're affordable and creamy. It works well. So here it is. You just kind of scroll up the product like so and get yourself a mirror and just place on the eyeliner like so. And right after I place the eyeliner, I like to take this brush right here. This is the DS01, the Blade brush by Dominique Cosmetics, and I like to kind of shape out exactly how I want my eyeliner to look. Okay, so that is the finished eye look or the finished eyeliner look, and you want to make sure you scroll down the product of your eyeliner and then cap it because A, you don't want to not scroll it down and kind of smash the product. What a waste, even though it is drugstore and it's considered affordable. And B, the product does dry out real quick, so you always want to cap the product after you're done using it. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, and normally, I will be honest with you guys, I usually use my Shiseido lash curler. I'll just show it to you real quick. This is what I use just because the shape of it and the way it works for my eyes, it's just perfect. But because this is a drugstore makeup bag look, I wanted to throw in one of my drugstore makeup, and this is also really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very nice, affordable drugstore makeup. And believe it or not, this one is by Tweezerman, and I feel like many of us might not know who or what Tweezerman products are besides them having like cute little tweezers, but they do make lash curlers, and I will say it works pretty nice. So this is what I have in my drugstore makeup bag. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes real quick. And then, of course, I have to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. You guys, I am obsessed and in love with this mascara. Obviously, I mean, just go back to one of my really old videos and you will see, even then, I've been using this mascara. That's how good it is. That is how good it is. Okay, so I was going to say that the eye look is now completely complete, but I mean, not that there isn't enough shimmer on my face, but you know me, I want to add a little bit more. So I'm going to go back into my Wet n Wild loose highlighter powder and taking this brush right here. And this time, this brush is the e.l.f. concealer brush. A very tiny little concealer brush, but I'm gonna dip it into the loose powder, and then I'm gonna place it right on my inner corner. That just adds the perfect touch to my eye look. Ooh, that looks nice. I love it. Not too much, but just a little bit on the inner corner. That just seals it and completes the eye look. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay, so last but not least, in my makeup bag, I have this lippy product. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Lingerie Glitter Lippy The real name of this is Bear With Me. So it has a little bit of glitter in it, but nothing too crazy. At least I don't think it's too crazy. And then go ahead and set it with a makeup setting spray. I will be honest, you guys, I don't have a drugstore makeup setting spray, so I just sprayed it with one of my other makeup setting sprays. But, you know, besides that, here is the final look.
Lighting up too many, smoke up just to show how we get down. It's been a night, we know how to party, dancing like there's no one else around.
Okay, so here is the final makeup look. I think it turned out really nice, and of course all of it except for the setting spray, you guys. They were all drugstore, you know, affordable makeup you can buy like at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, all that good stuff, whatever is near you. Of course, you want to go after the quarantine is over. You guys stay home, be safe, and I mean, it's just a makeup video where I wanted to share with you guys drugstore makeup that you can create a full face with. So here it is, and I think it turned out really nice. I like it. I think it looks nice. I'm not going anywhere. After I'm done recording, I'll be walking downstairs to the kitchen making lunch. So that's where I'm going. I did this entire face for the kitchen. Yes, an important part of the house, whatever. All right, so there it is. So here's the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are staying safe and staying home. And of course, if you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, join the Kwak fam, click on that notification bell if you haven't already. I've been uploading pretty much every day, so click on that bell so you don't miss out on any content or videos I post up. You can also follow me on my social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff are linked down below, so for your convenience. And that is pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying home, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.
It's been a day, stressing out like crazy, just wanna be lazy with my girls. It's been a day, we gonna get wavy, layer on some diamonds and some